Alright, Guardians, welcome back to another episode of a Destiny 2 playthrough. Now, this mission is called Hope. It is the first mission on Titan, and we're going to make contact with Zavala and Deputy Commander Sloan, the new NPC that we will find on Titan. This mission is basically where Zavala finds out that there is hope, because we have got our light back, and at this time we are the only Guardian with their light. So we're going to go through, do what they ask of us. I'm going to be kind of quiet except for a couple little places. And hopefully you enjoy the video. Again, this is another playthrough video made by Derunks. I do thank you all for watching. And I hope you enjoy this video as much as I do making them. Let's get into the new commentary that we got from the game itself. I will give some hints along the way. But for right now, I am going to be quiet.
It's too late. The hive have overrun Titan. I was wrong to bring us here.
Commander, we're here to help.
No! We've already lost too many lightless guardians to the hive. We can't secure this moon.
We have our light back.
What? Impossible.
Commander, if I may. Guardian, this is Deputy Commander Sloan. We have a counter-offensive to plan. To do that, we need to get this station up and running. There's a fleet to prep, Guardians to arm, and a trove of intercepted Red Legion transmissions to decrypt. It's critical we gain access to the station's control center. That's where you come in. If the light really is with you, send the hive back to hell.
And Guardian, please, be careful.
What was this place?
The Golden Age cities of Titan were once the pride of humanity. We thought they were abandoned, but I was a fool to think the hive would not spread this far.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Alright, so one of the things I'll say is that in this part of the mission there's a lot of thrall. Now, we normally, you can rush in, you can punch the thrall and get rid of them. They're pretty simple characters to take care of. However, I have noticed, and I will say this with much emphasis, in this mission it's easier because of your light level to rush the room and then pull right back and shoot them instead of trying to punch them because of the amount of time it takes. Now, this time here, I'm going to use a grenade launcher, which Destiny 2 is the first time we've really seen grenade launchers in the Destiny franchise. They do have multiple types. There are some that explode on impact, and so whenever they touch a surface, they explode. There's others that are sticky, so they're more like a trip mine. Be careful with which one you're using because you can bounce it off something and kill yourself. I have done it. So just pay attention to that when you're using a grenade launcher, when you're looking at what the stats or the specs are for it.
Okay, Sloan, we can see the control center.
Copy that. Keep pushing forward. Commander, at this rate, we can start planning our counter-offensive. We'll be outside the city gates in no time.
If it were only that simple.
It looked like the hive were performing some kind of ritual. We should talk to Ikora. She knows all there is to know about hive magic.
No one has seen Ikora or Cade since the city fell.
Now, I'm sure you've noticed that throughout this section of the game, we're starting to see more of an infestation of the hive. And if you look at the walls and things like that, there's a lot more hive changes to the planet. And in the next section of the mission, because this is a two-part mission, you're going to see a lot of, like, they look almost like barnacles, but they're actually more like a larva of a hive, like, worm. It's pretty amazing the way they did the textures.
Clear the area so we can move in.
We're now going to have our first actual view of what Sloan looks like. We're going to kill all of these, basically, just kill all of the thrall. Now, when you're in patrol, you have to be careful. You won't see it in the missions, but in patrol you will. There's a few wanted people that are going to come into play, or characters that are going to come into play, because of the Forsaken and things escaping from the Prison of Elders that we'll see when we get into the Forsaken missions. However, once you get to the patrols, if you have Forsaken, you're going to see those characters come out into play as high-value targets throughout different areas in the map, on all of the maps. I will say in Titan, the guy is a knight. It's a hive knight. It's a yellow bar, and he's about 360. So I definitely would say, if you're going to try and take him on, that you don't until you're at least 320, because he will one-shot you, and you will be hitting him with empty bullets, because he will be immune to you.
We made it, Sloan.
This section here, you basically want to kill all the ads and all these little yellow or goldish orange orbs. They're going to tell you to do it, but I usually do it as I'm killing ads because, well, I've done the mission a few times. So the first time I was like, what am I supposed to do? And then I shot a few of them, and it's like, oh, kill them. Because after you kill the knight and the witch, it'll finally tell you to do it, but it doesn't until then. So I'm going to tell you now. Just kill the orbs.
So it looks like we're standing in some kind of hive breeding ground.
Take it out.
Shoot the yellow sacks. We cleared the nest. Heading to the control center now.
Well done. Sweep the perimeter and we'll move in on your signal.
Sloan, Commander, it's done.
Copy that. Zavala and I are inbound. We're approaching the landing platform. Get up here and take a bow.
I didn't dare believe. If the light can find its way back to you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. Without the light, are we even guardians anymore?
Commander.
We won't last long with dead generators. Wave energy converters power this station, but thanks to the hive, they're in need of attention.
We can take care of it.
Yes, I believe you can.
Alright, so we've got a look at Deputy Commander Sloan, and we've started to see how much the hive have infested Titan. We're going to see that a little bit more. We're also going to have a lot more jumping. Titan is a very multi-layered or multi-leveled planet, so there is a lot of jumping in this. However, it's not bad jumping. Just make sure you pay attention to the direction on your mini-map. And there is a couple of little spots where if you don't notice, there's a door there that you have to go in. So I would say that for the most part, this is not in any way, shape, or form a hard mission, but it is a lot more jumping. And if you take your time, pay attention to where you're going, you'll be just fine. We are going to see a lot of beautiful textures. The hive larva, some of the other things on the walls that we're going to see is absolutely amazing. As usual, the artists and developers at Bungie have outdone themselves when it comes to textures and audio and everything else in the game. It's one of the things that I love the most about the game. Is not only is it a lot of fun to play, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I will be quiet now. Because I feel that the rest of this is pretty much self-explanatory. Now, the only thing I will say is at the end of this mission, there is going to be a spot where you have to go talk to Sloan, and she's going to give you a choice of one of 3 exotics, depending upon your playstyle and what you plan to use. Pick whichever one you like. I prefer the chest piece, the Radiant Flux, because for the most part, for right now, this is the only subclass you're going to have, and it extends your arc subclass with kills. So just think about that when you're choosing which new chess piece that you're gonna, or piece of exotic you're going to take. And again, I do thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy the videos as much again as I enjoy making them, and hope to see you on the next video as well. Have a wonderful day.
All right, we're not out of this yet. Now that we've reached the control center, we still need to power up the place before we can take care of our fleet. Commander Zavala tells me you've volunteered. I'll run tactical. Shipwright Holiday here will provide tech support. It's a straightforward op. Get in, flip a switch, get out. Sloane's got a way of making things sound easy, doesn't she?
Did we leave the Fallen here?
No. Those vultures have been following us since we evacuated Earth.
Sloane, Amanda, the Hive have infected everything.
Holiday, we gotta get you back in the air. We'll need ongoing aerial threat assessments to keep our perimeter secure. Oh, yeah. You know my ship took a beating during the evacuation. I'll bump you to the front of the line for repairs once the lights are back on. Great. Great.
We can see the wave energy converters from here.
Sweet. Now just flip the switch and turn them on.
Accessing systems now.
Some of the pistons are moving, but we're still sitting in the dark.
Something went wrong. Pistons must be jammed.
Sorry, pal. But you're gonna have to go out there. Break a workaround.
Hear that? We made it to the converter platforms.
Okay. Get to the stalled pistons. See what's jamming them. Once they're all moving, we're in business.
Oh yeah, found the problem. The hive have gunked up the pistons.
Then let's find a fix.
First piston's good to go. We gave it a power scrubbing.
That's great and all, but, it's still pretty dark on this end. Sounds like you got more scrubbing to do, Guardian.
Final piston is clear.
Control center's still dark, so it's gotta be more than a piston problem. I have to get in, futz with the circuit breakers. Try the central platform. Everything routes through there. Circuit breaker's going to be around there somewhere. Find it and flip the switch. Just like I said. power's back! Exemplary work, everyone. But we still have to deal with these intercepted enemy transmissions.
It's a hell of a view, isn't it? We're up and running thanks to you. There's plenty more to do around here, though. Chief among them, finally breaking ground on a counter-offensive against the Red Legion. I have a plan, but it won't work without you. We intercepted a Priority 1 Red Legion signal during the city evacuation, but we can't crack the encryption. Holiday says there's tech that can do the job in the arcology, which is effectively hostile territory. You'd be going in blind. The place has been dark for centuries. All we know for sure is the hive is raising hell down there, perhaps literally. But if you're in, let's put the plan into action. Give 'em hell. Bye. Next time we set up the secret base on a dry planet,